SpicyWaffle, I'm Corwin.
And I'm Uko.
And it's time for another Waffle Log. Today we're going to be discussing a small change we're going to be making to the channel. A lot of people won't care, probably one or two people will care one way or another, but we're probably going to be moving away to some degree from having the camera on in all of our videos. I got to admit, it's something that really irritates me sometimes. We record in a very small area in a room that I use for a lot of other things than just doing our YouTube recording.
So there's a lot of setup that has to go on.
So we do a ton of setup. Then we end up often where it'll look like we can see the green screen, especially behind Uko a lot of the time. The two of us just end up crammed together like sardines in front of our separate webcams. And I'll be honest, it feels like it detracts more than it gains for me as the person doing the YouTube.
And the lights are a problem
too. Lights in my face, and it really bothers me. I don't know why. I guess not everybody is built for having lights in their face all the time.
Which is weird because we were trained,
yeah, exactly,
like specifically to do lighting.
Some people say that green eyes are like really sensitive to light, and I have green eyes, and it feels like the light is just constantly bukakeing straight into my eyes. And you definitely don't want to bukake somebody straight into the eyeball. They end up getting pink eye.
They need to wear swimmer goggles.
Stink eye.
Ew.
Exactly. So I'm getting light bukakeed, and it kind of drives me crazy. And then there's the other element of it that not only is it something that I think interferes with my ability to give my very best to you, the glorious people on the YouTube channel, but it's also something where in some games it just massively, it's like, oh, well, there's some information over there in the corners of the screen
behind our heads.
Yeah, you can't see it because my fucking
and then when you
dome
put it
is
in the bottom, it hides stuff in the bottom. It hides stuff
down there, and it's something that I feel that we as YouTubers we're not the best at utilizing, at least not in the current situation we're in. So we'll still keep doing the camera for some things, definitely any vlogs that we do, a lot of various things like, Gang Beasts, Duck Game.
And then web games like Would You Rather,
exactly.
Or Would You Push the Button or whatever.
For a lot of other things, we're going to move back to the way we used to do YouTube, which is with no webcam. I honestly think it's going to result in a better product from us, more entertaining, and I think that most people come to not see the face, but instead to hear us screaming about various crazy things in the video game. So I know that there might be some people who are like, but I want to see your face. And I am sorry about that.
But I really do think it'll improve the product.
At least for the foreseeable future, we're going to be rolling this way. And it's going to be a load off of my mind to know I don't have to set up a green screen and move all sorts of lights around my recording area every single time we want to record.
It's a load off of me editing wise, because if anything ever goes wrong with the camera, like
then
the green screen isn't right.
Well, we're just fucked then.
Well, yeah, and I have to do a bunch of editing to get those visual things that aren't right to a minimum.
So it's not that our faces are going to disappear from the channel forever. It's just that they're not going to be there as often. And I hope
any time that we think, okay, the face cam won't do well with this,
because
we won't not do the video, we'll do it without the face cam.
Exactly, because before we had the face cam, we would just we'd sit down and we'd bang out a recording and it would feel really good. But now it's like, here's this 15 to 20 minutes of setup work or whatever. Not always that long, but it just kind of sucks. So aside from that, we started playing Sakura on the channel yesterday, and it still has the camera. We'll probably in future episodes beyond the next episode move, provided we keep playing it, we'll move into having just no camera, and then I can focus in just prior to having the camera, I would always be like, yeah, I'm hunched over my video game.
Yeah, like seriously,
playing like a beast.
When we first turned the cameras on Corwin's head was like this.
Yeah, it was all you could see was hair. That's just not quite, but that's.
And if you'd had the hat, it would have been like totally just hat.
If we eventually had a better recording area,
which we keep saying we're gonna do, and we will eventually.
Like life sucks. That's what.
And here's the thing: if
life sucks up itself.
And if we have less camera now, we can have more camera later.
Exactly, because
the time sink is less.
If I could move my camera back from being on top of my monitor to being somewhere behind where it is, then you could see more. I could be more of a from the shoulders up as opposed to
we do have nipples.
My head, yeah, we have entire bodies and everything. So somehow, to a certain degree, it feels like it's easier for me to cut loose and go wild when I don't have to worry about a camera in front of
You're
my
like,
face.
suddenly, this little voice in your head is like, how does your face look?
How does my
it look
face
weird?
look? In other news, they just announced Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and I'm so stoked for that. Yeah, if you watch the announcement for it, it was cringy as fuck. But
I couldn't get through it. I just had to wait.
All I needed to do was hear Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming. We're both, traditional role-playing game players,
and
pen
I'm
and
not
paper
hating
style.
on the thing they did, the LARP style thing they did beforehand. I know people who used to LARP.
You see, that's the kind of thing that I personally wouldn't admit. There used to be a time in which people would be like, and then the LARPers and the Dungeons and Dragons players, they're gonna get turned to Satan, and they're gonna start sacrificing babies and stuff like that's the sort of, before my time. But that's the way people used to act.
During my time, that was still floating around where parents would be like, you can't play that.
I remember
not our parents.
My coolest teacher ever before college she was my math teacher in 4th or 5th grade, and she had a big old sack of first edition, not Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but Dungeons and Dragons
OG D&D.
And then somehow, I don't know,
she left the school and they got left there.
And then they got thrown away by the insane new, old angry guy who was like, I don't like these, Satan books.
And so they got put in a dumpster.
Yeah. Probably what would today be thousands of dollars worth of D&D books.
And yes, their condition would have been appalling because their elementary school kids
nasty
used
kids
them.
had been all
but still,
they were probably 75% child booger at that point. Okay.
Ew.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I am really stoked for some of the things that are coming out very soon. I don't know if anybody heard about it. I think it was called Wrath. It's like a Quake engine game made by 3D Realms. That's
3D Realms.
That's gonna be fucking
good
sweet.
People.
Later on this year, we got Ion Maiden is gonna come out, and that's gonna be fucking sweet. We still got more Duke Nukem that we're gonna be playing. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna wrap this up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that schmexy thumbs up button. SpicyWaffle signing out.